Good morning, everyone. Well, you find me in a territory that some of you might be very familiar with, and others of you might be saying, well, where is he? Well, clearly I'm at the Star of the Sea Church. We have two churches in our parish, and this is the one in Mplanga. It occurred to me that, we have four masses, and sometimes people become so entrenched in which mass they go to that they don't realize that they're only meeting a quarter of the parish. And the other 3/4 may not be known to them at all. So, if you have an opportunity and you are able to get out of bed before 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning, come to Mass at Star of the Sea. It's a beautiful setting, and the singing is usually pretty amazing. So I do encourage you to be here. The readings that we're encountering at the moment are rather interesting. On Friday we had a gospel where Jesus was basically saying, woe to you, Chorazin, and woe to you, those people who think they actually are going to be saved. You're not going to be. There will be judgment, and you'll be sent elsewhere. And kind of along those sort of themes, we find Luke's gospel today, which is a continuation. Jesus says, this is a wicked generation asking for a sign. Now, I'm not quite sure what sort of sign we would be asking in this generation, but there's no doubt that there's some pretty wickedness going on in this generation, and we need to make sure that we're not part of it, certainly that we're not encouraging it, because Jesus says on Judgment Day they will be condemned. And what does it mean? It means that we've got to make sure that our priorities are right, and that when we are making decisions, when we're in the presence of the Lord, that it is sincere, and that it's genuine, and that it's lasting, and not just make the noises and hope that we will be saved, because Jesus says, and he goes even further. He talks about Solomon being a great example, and Jonah also being somebody who had conviction. And people would say, well, we're relating ourselves to Solomon or Jonah. He says, no, there is something greater than Solomon and Jonah here. There's something much more than we could possibly understand. And obviously he was referring to himself, not sort of saying, look at me, or look at what is actually happening. But let's appreciate that there are things that God has in his purse for us. God has them in his folder for us. We're just going to make sure that we are on the same page. So let's have a wonderful day and appreciate that. You keep yourself safe, and we'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.